Hey everyone, we are here at Crestron Masters 2023, again talking about the CSP community. I'm learning more and more as I speak to these teams. Fascinating and interesting for me because I knew nothing about it. I've grabbed Russ Noble from ClearAlan. He's one of our programming experts in the CSP community. Russ, talk to me about programming. We've had Neil Silver talking about modules and drivers, but you're more on the programming side.
Yeah, so we provide the custom solution of the software from the beginning of the design, the user interface design, the experience, the software development. We'll use modules from Neil, in fact, in some cases, and then deployment and commissioning. So not only are we providing just programming, but we're also providing the delivery at the end of it. So we'll take the user from user experience on touch panels all the way through to demonstration of the system at the end of the day.
So I'm a customer, I've got my lovely Crestron system, maybe I'm at school, education, university or whatever. How do I call you, how do I hook you up, what do I need to give you, what's the sort of scope of work that I need to kind of engage with you?
That's a great question. What we provide is very niche, so it is hard to define that way.
There's no blueprint of going, oh, you just fill in this form and we'll sort you out.
And everyone's requirements are different.
Yeah.
So we actually specialize with a consulting service at the beginning for that user experience, for the systems integration, the software alone. There's experts out there that do the infrastructure, do the system design, but that experience and how the user touches and interacts with the technology, we specialize on that, and we have a service at the head of our product line, our services line that accommodates that. So we don't need great level of detail in order to work with you to determine what it is you're going to get in the end.
Okay. And we were talking before we pressed record. What's the product? What's your product?
Expertise.
So there's no. But I get who owns? You've done all this programming. Who owns that? Where does that live? And what happens if I want to make changes?
That's a great question, and it depends. So cost, right? If we have customers that want to own the programming at the end of the day, we work time and material.
So that's like source code. You would give them the source code, and then another CSP could come in and make changes to that. But if they didn't want that, then they'd call you up, and again, you would then make the changes.
That's right, and we also provide application level. So where we own the source code, ClearAlan has invested and developed to productize our own components, and that source code isn't handed over, but we do support it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the best way for an end user? Again, is it partners as well, or is it just end users that are engaging with you?
We're doing end users, consultants, and dealer partners.
And so what's the best way of engaging with you? How do they find you? How do they hook up with you to get you? I've got a problem. Who do I call? Where do they find you? How do they engage with you?
Our website is the easiest, www.clearalan.ca. There are the CSP links on the Crestron website. You can be found there, our contact information. And then even a simple email out to us to give us a picture of what the problem might be, and then we can engage on what the solution could be for it.
What would be your top three kind of questions or comments or things that people should do before they engage you? Because rather than just going, here's a blank sheet of paper, can you sort me out? Is there anything that you could have from them as a prerequisite to make your life easier so you can gauge what the project's involving?
Sure. Who's going to be using the system? What do they want to do with it? And how are they going to be interacting with it? Those would be the three most.
Brilliant. Russ, thanks for joining us. So it's ClearAlan.ca.
ClearAlan.ca.
Beautiful Canada in Toronto. Lovely place. Check out Crestron.com for the community, the CSP community.
Yep.
And hook him up on LinkedIn and Twitter. You're on all the grams and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you all for tuning into this episode of CresTV. CSPs, it's easy now. We understand it. Modules, drivers, programming, we've got you all covered. Hook up with the CSP community. Go and find out more. If you've got a problem, don't suffer in silence, because there's some amazing guys and girls that can help you out in our CSP community, and I'll catch you on the next one.